Hey, did you get my text?
I did, and the voicemails and the DMs. I was almost expecting a handwritten letter to show up in the mail.
If that would help greenlight the WCW reunion show, then I'd do it.
Look, I heard you already have Rey Mysterio on board, and obviously he can still go. But what about the other former WCW guys who aren't really active anymore?
Okay, so what if I bring in another former WCW star and have a match against them on Raw to prove to you this can work?
Okay, fine. I'll be watching. But if I'm not impressed then it's off. No more texts, DMs, or letters. Deal?
I promise, you won't be disappointed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a too-sweet treat for you. One of your favorite WWE superstars faces off against a two-time Hall of Famer from DX and the NWO.
I couldn't believe it when I heard X-Pac was back tonight.
Well, the man looks like he's in the best shape of his life. I wouldn't want to face X-Pac back in his WCW days, and I sure as hell wouldn't want a piece of him now.
Both wrists captured and...
Kick to the back.
Catapulting down on the opponent. The damage he's taken is starting to pile up.
He planned for this and can still rally. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Climbing up top, he's got big plans.
Perched up top. A helter-skelter attitude here, getting to the bottom and going back to the top again and again.
And a mud hole is being stomped.
And now X-Pac is getting beaten down.
Yeah, X-Pac needs to rethink his strategy fast.
Brutal stomp to the body, and just getting started. Look at this brutality.
This is how you torture your opponent.
Oh my God, this is hard to watch. Moonsault.
This is an incessant attack being brought to him.
Yeah, but he's always one counter away from changing things.
He's in a little bit of trouble now.
This is where endurance becomes so important in the late stages of the match. Oof. And X-Pac moves. Bang!
Jaw-shattering boot. And X-Pac had it scouted. Caught the leg.
Down they go. And again.
And comes up short there.
Caught with a punch.
Got him set up in the corner of the ring.
Tagged with a punch. Oh, meet the backside of an elbow. He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be set him up. Bam! Both wrists captured. And
Power bomb! Oh, knee to face.
springboard attack.
Was mounted with punches and not. Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
X-Pac looks powerless to every attack.
X-Pac has to find a way to right the ship here. Oh, a moonsault. Getting up, but doesn't have a clue what's coming at him.
That could finish off X-Pac.
For the win! 2 count! An emphatic victory!
Here is your winner, the Superstar.
What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all thinking. This was as one-sided as it gets.
This should be very interesting.
All week long, you've heard about a huge announcement I'd be making tonight. And now the time has finally come. You might be able to guess what it is based on the men who are gathered in this ring and those giant steel letters. But let's make it official. In the very near future, there's gonna be a special one-night tribute show to the men and women of World Championship Wrestling. And it's going to be called WCW One Night Nitro. That's right. Raw is now where the big boys play. I just want to say, it's truly an honor to be a part of helping put all of this together. And I can't wait to pay tribute to the legends in this ring and many more who influenced my career. Now, with that being said, I'd like to...
Huge news with the announcement of WCW One Night Nitro. But apparently, AJ Styles has something to say about it.
Whatever it is, it must be urgent.
Sorry to crash the big party, but I just wanted to say I'd love to be a part of this reunion show too. Apparently you forgot I spent a few months in WCW before it went out of business.
No slight intended. I was actually planning on reaching out to you. Just wanted to make sure we save room on the card for some of the more well-known WCW stars.
Well known, huh?
I mean well-known in WCW. not in general. Like you said, you were only there for a few months. But I'm sure we can work this out. Let's talk more later, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll let you get back to it.
As you can see, this show is so big that everyone wants to be a part of it. Now stay tuned to the WCW hotline. Just kidding. Stay tuned to social media for more information on WCW One Night Nitro!
We never thought we'd see this moment. WCW will return for one night only.
Hold up. AJ Styles with the chair shot.
He's not waiting to talk about this later. AJ Styles clearly felt disrespected tonight. Now he's taking it out on all the WCW legends.
And down goes Booker T.
Kevin Nash can't stop AJ either.
Mysterio off the top.
And Styles dumps Ray to the outside.
Okay, maybe this will be a fair fight.
Guess not. AJ setting up for the Styles Clash.
Down onto the steel chair. This was supposed to be a moment to celebrate the legends of WCW, but AJ Styles did everything in his power to ruin that.
Just pathetic, in my opinion.
This seems to be about more than just being excluded from the event. There's something else going on here.
More disgraceful act to close out an all-around shameful night for AJ Styles.
All week long, I've been getting messages on social media. Why, AJ? Why did you take out the WCW legends? Why'd you ruin One Night Nitro? Well, here's the answer. At first, I was slightly offended I wasn't considered for the show. After all, like I said, I was an actual wrestler there. Unlike the superfan wannabe putting it all together, who never stepped foot in a WCW ring. More on him in a second. But then the more I thought about it, I didn't want to be a part of bringing back and honoring the egotistical, greedy dinosaurs who sleptwalk through their matches just to collect a fat paycheck, putting the company out of business and nearly killing my career before it ever got started. In fact, it was so bad down there, when they first offered me a contract, I turned it down and took a job delivering water because it paid more. Because all these so-called legends were flying around in private jets with their guaranteed contracts, wrestling 4 times a year, and there was no money left to pay guys who actually wanted to be there. Ultimately, I ended up going to WCW for 3 months, and it was way worse than I thought it would be. Every decision from the top guys was made to hold back the younger, more talented wrestlers like me. Finally, it all caught up to them, and the company folded. I had to go back to the Indies and work my butt off to make it to where I am today. But I'm the exception. Most of the younger WCW guys from that era, like my old tag team partner, they never made it. So that's how I remember WCW. Not as this company that beat WWE for a short time, or part of this over-glorified golden era of wrestling, but a sinking ship that almost took down AJ Styles with it. So that's why I did what I did. I shut down the embarrassing tribute show before it ever happened, and I'd do it again 500 times. So let's circle back to the guy who started all this. You were just a fan when all that with WCW went down. You had no idea what really happened, but in my eyes, that almost makes you worse than the so-called legends you put on a pedestal. You're supposedly a WWE superstar now, so act like it. This isn't your time to play fantasy WCW. It's embarrassing. So you want to talk about destroying me for what I did? Remember, WCW already tried that, and they failed. So I'm going to do a favor for every man and woman in that locker room who has any actual respect for what we do, and destroy you. Challenge accepted.